Okay, so now we're going to work on setting up our debt budgets. Now hopefully before you begin setting up your debt budget, you've already created a debt account on the expenses tab. For our expenses tab, we have a debt account for student loans, $150 a month. So once that's set up, then we can begin using the debt account. Now, you can do this however direction you like, but I like to start with the description. Notice that instead of being able to just enter a description like we did on the income and expenses tab, instead now we have a drop-down menu for the description. And the description for the debts are the debts you created on the expenses tab. So for us, we only created a student loan debt account so far. So we only have one to select from. So I'll select student loans. And you can see the payments automatically gets pulled over here. So we know what our payments were for the student loans. And from this, we can set up our annual interest that we have on our student loans, say 3%. And how much debt on our student loans do we owe now? Let's say we borrowed $15,000 in student loans, but we paid $5,000 off already. That means we have $10,000 left to pay. And that's the amount we'll put on, $10,000. Now the category. This one, you cannot select, you cannot create your own categories. There's only two categories and they're given to you. We have debt and we have tangible debt. Now, tangible debt is debt that when paid off, you have something physical. Let's say a mortgage. Once you finish paying off your mortgage, you have equity in the house. But once you finish paying off a student loan, you don't really have any equity, nothing physical that you can sell later on that'll build your equity value. Student loans are priceless, but you don't have that extra equity that's quantifiable. So for those items like student loans that doesn't have the physical asset, we just use debt. That means once we pay it off, there's nothing really else gained besides the education. So once that's done, then it's just that simple. Just those four items. The more debt accounts you create, the more debt accounts you can use. And I'll go back and I'll create another one. We'll do debt. We'll do another loan. We'll do $300. And monthly 158116. And then we will say our Nissan. So it's our car loan. If we have two cars, we may have a Toyota. But for now, we'll do one. Since we created a debt account, we'll go back to our debts tab. And then I'll start by selecting it, the Nissan. This loan is a massive 4.7%. Then we have $13,257 to pay off. And this one, since once we've finished paying it off, we have a car, it's a tangible debt. So I'll select that. So that's it for the debts tab. You can move on to the investments tab after this one if you like. And you'll notice it's pretty similar.